Hi, I'm Ken Fredenberg, Director of Marketing for Gibraltar Hardware. We're here today to build the GRF, the Gibraltar Rolling Frame. Check it out. All right, the GRF Gibraltar Rolling Frame is really the basic component of this is the 9-inch caster. This is a regulation drum core caster. Has a braking system on there, on-off. It's fully swivelable. You can see it is air pneumatic, so you can fill in. What we did was we put our rack clamp right onto the caster housing to where this can go right onto our 1.5-inch pipe. Nice key to this is these are mounted separately to where if you ever have an issue with the caster, you can take one off and replace it without having to replace all 4 wheels. You can see we have 4 of them. 3 30-inch pipes. These are 1.5 in diameter and 30 inches long. Real easy to not get them mixed up, and that makes the structure for the rolling frame. One of the most important parts of this component of the frame is the Gpr Ml Memory Lock. As you can see, it's just a circular piece of metal with a drum key component to tighten it down. And it has a little tab right here. This tab fits into a clamp and holds that clamp into position. Not only to where it doesn't slide, but to where every time you mount that clamp, it will be in the same exact position every time. The T-clamp does exactly what the name says. Handles a pipe here coming across and creates a T. You can see this is 2 pieces of metal basically that sandwich together to hold the pipes in place. There's also a little notch, and that's where your memory lock tab fits, holding everything into place perfectly. Okay, now that we've covered all the components for the Gibraltar rolling frame, I'd like to bring in Jim Stanek, Gibraltar Product Manager, and let's build this thing. Jim, what do you say?
Get her done.
Right. First step, let's put the memory lock on. One of the keys is to remember to put a memory lock on before you put the clamp on, so you don't have to take the clamp back. Now we'll put our T clamp on, measure halfway, and just snug it down. Now, memory locks. See how it goes into that tab? Another memory lock. Another key to that is make sure your key bolts are facing up so they're easy to snug in. By the way, this is a great little key. It's called the Gibraltar wing key. Works for wing nuts, drum keys, and 1/2-inch pipes. Great. Okay, start off with a memory lock. Go ahead and cinch that down a little bit. Just keep it in place. Now, caster. Goes on and tightens it already down. Another memory lock. Oops. Cinch it. Cinch it, and we've got the caster on. Okay, as you can see, we have everything assembled now, so the final step and most important step is to go over and make sure everything's in its place and tightened down. Just do that at every memory lock point, every wing nut. As you can see, we've already got them really nice and cinched here. Takes a little bit more time, but boy, is it worth it. Another key important is don't over tighten. You don't really need to over tighten anything, just snug it down all the way. And it holds everything in place, and it's the best thing to do to avoid accidents. All right, Jim, what do you think? We got this thing done?
Well, kids, this is how you build the Gibraltar rolling frame rack. Now go play.
Let's get out of here. What do you say?
I'm out.